And Crystal and I are not psychics. You see, you kind of raised your eyebrows when Crystal said, "Oh, thanks, Donna." There's a little chat function, and you guys can actually speak among yourselves and not have anybody else know what you're saying. That's what I did. I privately messaged her.
Yes. So
Oh, I see.
That's
public or
function.
private chat. Up to you.
And where do we do that? Down at chat?
Yeah, down at chat.
Oh,
If you hit that, it should pop up with either a sidebar or something below your screen, depending on how wide your screen is. Well, things look kind of
good. And Tony said hello.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
There you go.
Great.
All right. So what do you want to know? What do you want to talk about today? Does anybody have a burning question or issue?
I have a quick one.
Yeah, sure.
Just for because I don't want to upset anybody or offend anybody. Let's say I had a question, it wasn't during office hours. Am I okay to just message River and then just wait for, today I messaged you and I didn't really mean to, I was just kind of testing things out. I'm like, I hope I didn't upset Crystal. I don't want to waste your,
No. If we don't want to be interrupted, we won't be in River. So, I've got the app downloaded to my desktop and I have certain hours in the day that are allocated in my calendar to check in and answer any questions. So between Eileen and Donna and I, we will be in and out of River all the time. I think, we all are using it slightly differently, but so if you put something in there, we're not going to get, disrupted by that. There's no limit on when you can put stuff in. We've got people all across the world actually in different time zones. So you might be 3 a.m. and they'll drop a question in and we won't answer it until morning or later in the day. So just have at it. That is the purpose of that space, is so that you don't have to wait for office hours. And you may also find that we've got a pretty great group actually of people in there, all of whom have different experiences and levels of sort of publishing history already. And so it may be also that some of the answers are coming from the group members. So it won't always be that you have to wait for us to get in there. But we will hop in and put in our 2 cents and make sure that nobody's questions are going unanswered as well. So.
And these questions go in on, is this on the members lounge under the topics or?
Yeah, so there's the way that Ryver works is the members lounge is one of the forums you get added to automatically. But if you click on the little tab that says open forums in Ryver, you should get a big long list of things.
Hey, can you share your screen and then actually walk us through that?
Sure.
I've looked at it a little bit, but it would actually be helpful to watch you do that.
Absolutely. Okay, one sec here.
Oh, you can share a screen.
Yes.
Oh yes, this is my favorite function ever, is the ability to share screens. I do a lot of website coaching and stuff this way. Okay. Did that work for you?
Yep, that's perfect.
Inside Ryver now? Okay.
Oh.
So creative.
I've still got my audio up for some reason. I don't know why that would be. Okay, it's gone. All right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So just so I understand, the Creative Academy is the group that we're in, and this sits in it's a tenant in another system, right? In River, is that right?
Yeah, exactly. So we've created a private space using River. River's the tool. And then Creative Academy is our section of River. We wanted something that was just for us, there's no ads in it. Nobody else has control over what happens in here. So it's just for us. So you might see on yours that where it says open forums here, you might have just the member lounge down the side. You might not have a whole bunch of other things. So what happens is if you click on the open forums, you'll see a list of all of the forums that are available for anybody to join. So if you mouse over one of them, let's say it's the book marketing and promotion one. If you scroll over to the right, you'll see 3 little dots. And that's always code for there's more to be found in there. So if you click on those 3 little dots, you can pin it to the nav bar. And what that'll do is add it to that list down the left-hand side. It's basically making it a shortcut.
Oh, so that's the nav bar on the left-hand side, is it? Because I couldn't figure out where the nav bar was. Oh, yes, I see.
Exactly. So what that means is you might be in here only because you want to learn about self-publishing. You might be in here only at the stage of writing in a book, but seeing all the stuff is just too overwhelming. So you can choose which of those forums you want to kind of follow. So then when you log in, if there's a new message, it's going to pop up with something to see. So let's say we're in the indie publishing one. There's a chat option. which is just a conversation between people who are on there, or really general chat. So let's see what a comment looks like. And for you, it should hopefully show up with a little flag on the side to indicate that there's a new something in there. It sort of pops up with an orangey speech bubble. And that's your cue that something else is in there. And then the other side of that is the topics tab. So you can go back and forth between those two at the top. And the topics tabs we've set up so that you can have specific conversations about certain tools, and we won't lose all of that. That will stay in a findable place that's relevant. So if somebody comes in, next month and they are interested in what did we talk about book covers, they can click through the older conversations, and when there's particularly fetching resources, then we will add those to the main section. So you can see in here, if I go into the book cover section, right now it just says considerations, sources, tips, designers, because we haven't really got started in here yet. But what we will do is add a list of, these are our 3 sort of favorite cover designers that we've used on our own projects. And, if we have coupon codes for tools, or if someone's given us a promo code to get you some money off of a cover design, we'll drop that in here for you. We'll also put any of the coupon codes into the Creative Academy Teachable space. There's a section in the member lounge there that says coupons and discounts for members, I think, called something like that.
Where is the teachable space?
So the teachable space is what you first signed up for. So that's the Creative Academy School online. And when you signed up in there, or possibly today, you should have got an email that has a sort of reminder link and some instructions of how to get back into that.
Okay.
It doesn't say teachable anywhere, Cece. That's
okay.
That's kind of lingo that we use internally.
Oh, it doesn't say teachable. So I mean, I've got what you're showing me here. I'm on that. Is there something different that I should be on as well?
So there's 2 parts. So there's this one, and then the other piece. I'm gonna have to stop sharing this screen to share another one, I think.
Okay.
That's the site with the intro view, correct?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
And is that River as well, or is that something else? Is that built on something else?
That is teachable, yeah. So that is
I have it up. I can kind of explain it, I think.
Sure. If I stop sharing the screen, you can share yours if you want.
Okay. Yeah, let's try that.
Good practice.
Okay, so my share the screen option would be
At the bottom?
at the
Green.
bottom. I see leave meeting, record, chat, share screen. There we go. Okay.
Perfect.
Then I'll go desktop. Oh, wait, just share screen. Is that working?
Yep.
It is coming up. There it is. Yep.
Okay. Here. So this is the page I think you're talking about. And I have 100% complete because I went through it all. And I don't quite know how to navigate it completely yet.
I found this part, like the forum, what we're just in with River is fine. I found this part a little confusing.
Okay.
Just for.
I just went through it from the beginning. And kind of followed through to the video, and it ended up here. It says you see 100% complete. I can't go backward. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing.
So this is where we need to get back to, though, is it? At various stages, Crystal?
Yes. So Jeremy, if you can click back on your.
Oh, I see right there. Yep. I think I found it. Is that?
Because that should take you to your actual dashboard. So that's 1 level up in here.
Right.
So if you're inside this, what that means is you're inside a specific course. Because what we've done is we've actually created a whole online school. And the membership section is 1 course inside of that school. So the curriculum has all the separate pieces. And it is a little bit weird in here when it's a click complete. So do you think it would be helpful if I went in and disabled that functionality so that it didn't check them off and disappear them? And we'll just make that not possible so that it will just let you navigate around in it. So this is what you'll find if you go to ccscreativeacademy.com, then you'll come to a dashboard that looks something like this. And it will ask you to log in with the information you used to sign up. And then in here, you'll see My Courses at the top. So if you click on My Courses, that's everything that you're actually enrolled in. So right now, Jeremy's got the Creative Academy membership. Jeremy, if you click on All Courses, and then scroll down a little bit, there's a free resource room as well. And if you click on that one, you can add that to your courses. It's got a few little tools. It's got a yellow stripe across the top, the resource
room here, free, yes, okay, here we go.
So click on that one, and then say that you're ready. Let me in on that one.
My computer's slow. I need a new one. It's on its way. Okay.
Oh, good. So you can just hit continue to course because you don't have to pay for this one. So that's going to add another little bundle of resources to your dashboard. So inside the resource room are all these other things. There's a budget worksheet and a self-evaluation tool. There's a couple of different workshops from Donna that are hiding behind my face right now.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, so you can see, and we are constantly adding to the resource room, and that's something that, you know, any of you can access and use as well. These are not specific to member resources. These are the public side of things. So there's all the master classes and everything are actually in your membership spot because it's only you that get access to that. That's not public. So yeah, you can see each of those is in there, and you can play around and see what you find and make requests of us if there's something you'd like to add. So these are going to be usually smaller tutorials of how to do specific things that are coming up that people are having questions about.
Great.
Cool.
And we can get to this page. You say, I know I was here before. I'm not sure how to get back to it, but you sent an email, which will have the link.
I did. And also I will add, I'll add this to the instructions in the forum as well. So that in the sort of getting started, we'll add one that's how do I get back to access the other stuff. Because all of our master classes and things are going to be in here as well. We'll try to link to it where we can, back to the specific things. If we're putting something in a forum that says, oh, did you know there's a great tutorial over here? We'll try and put an actual link so you're not, you know, scrambling around trying to find it. But we'll also make sure that you know exactly how to find this. If you go back to scroll up a little bit more, Jeremy, to the top bar.
Just cut out, sorry.
Oh, can you scroll up a little bit?
Oh.
Does it go any further up?
Okay, sorry, you're back. You cut out for me for a second. What, you want me to scroll up?
Yeah, if you can.
Okay, that's as high
or
as it
just
goes.
hit the back button then.
Back, okay.
Yeah. We'll go back up to a higher level. So you'll see something called Procrastinator's Paradise.
Right.
That's our blog. So we're just going to put any helpful articles and stuff on there as well. So those will be more general articles. But
you were going to put something there, but you know.
Yeah.
You got distracted. Yeah.
That's right.
So far, Eileen's got one up there. She's the rock star of the bunch. And so, yeah, if you click on that, you'll just see different articles that you can do a search by topic, or you can scroll down to see some options. So anyway, there's only one thing in there so far. But when you're not feeling inspired, there's some tips to help you get going again. So yeah, the most common spot you're probably going to go is to My Courses. And then you're going to see what you're enrolled in. So now you can see this has changed because we've added all of the things from the resource room have been added to Jeremy's courses. So he can access any of these.
Oh, right, great.
Yeah. So if you go back in the membership section.
Okay, membership section. How to get there?
Scroll down a little bit, and you can see the Creative Academy membership on the bottom right.
This one?
Look for our faces, Donna and Eileen and I.
Oh, I see, right here.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So in here, you'll be able to check out, there's an orientation, the member discounts and coupons is what I was talking about earlier in that top section in the members lounge. We also have like service providers. So if we have author assistants that we like to use, or somebody who does graphics for social media stuff or whatever, then we put them all in there for you.
Sorry.
You should still be able to go back to stuff that you've completed.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Can you click on the coupon one?
Yeah. Okay, sorry. Where is the coupon one? First one? No. Here it is, coupon 2.
So in here, we've sorted them by what they do and told you what they are, and then you just need to use those coupon codes when you go to check out for any of those things, and you'll get discounts. And so if there is another tool that you particularly love or are thinking about getting, you can let us know as well, and we can approach people and add. We're going to add to this list all the time. So yeah, if you find a tool that you love, keep us posted.
Very good. Gosh, you've done some work on this, haven't you?
We have.
It looks
Yes.
great.
Yeah. So does this, I'm assuming it helps to have a live orientation. We might have to just run an orientation.
Yeah, I think that would be helpful for future students, because I got into this first, and then there's the River thing. It's like, oh, and then there's the office hours. So there's three different applications.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, it was helpful to have this kind of where things are and how to add courses and things. So that was good.
Okay. That's fantastic. And we can also, I will make it so that they don't get checked off in here. That will make it easier as well for stuff to not disappear. Was there anything else that didn't seem intuitive or was kind of tricky to figure out in the onboarding part? Anything else you've run across?
Just one question, Chris. So when you're, when you're studying more, you're more on this page, are you? And when you're engaging more, you're on the membership page. Is that right?
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. If you can scroll down on the left-hand side a little bit, Jeremy, to where the masterclass list is. So that library right now, our first masterclass is going to be on the 22nd, I think it is, or the 19th of January. It's going to get posted. So every month we're going to add a workshop in there, and you can come back and look at it at any time. So the first one is sort of a strategic planning one of how to plan your year and what you want to focus on, and kind of how to timeline that out. So that's going to be the first one that comes up. But you can see a list if you click on this, the start here. What's a masterclass?
Start here. Okay.
So there's a schedule in here that we'll keep adding to, and we are going to have an ongoing list of workshops that go into here. So again, if you have an idea or a topic you think would be particularly helpful, just let us know. The comments should be activated at the bottom, so you can drop it right on that page. I think Jeremy did that already. How do we get all the downloads? That was the masterclass request, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Perfect. How do we win at publishing?
Yeah.
That one.
I'm also indie published, so that's why I asked that question.
Yeah. Yeah. And you know what? A lot of the strategies for building a list actually apply the same way for traditionally published authors, but it's not something that gets taught by publishers or that gets kind of encouraged. You can't use some of the price manipulation stuff on your traditionally published books, but the strategies that build you that list are still intact. And if you've got those loyal followers who are totally engaged, then you can send out an email to them when your book launches, and you can say, hey, go into your local library and request a copy get purchased, or, whatever. There's lots of ways to activate those readers. And if you're in touch with them directly, then they're your readers. They don't belong to someone else. They're not managed by the publisher only, or, kind of off limits for you to actually connect with. And that's really helpful when something like you get your rights back and you want to indie pub those other rights. Well, now you already have an audience that you can say, hey, by the way, this is what's happening. So,
and that's what I've got to try to build up. That's my sort of big question for you,
Yeah.
is how I build up those people so that when I do launch the indie book, I've got some people to launch it too.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Jeremy, do you want to stop sharing screen and we'll go back to our sort of chat interface, and then maybe we can talk a little bit about that. Is there other specific questions, or do we want to talk just a little bit about sort of list building strategy?
The last question is, I'm going on a long flight actually on Friday, and I want to download, there's a couple of recorded videos I think you've got. Is that do I just save as, or how do I, or can I even do that?
You should be able to download them from in there. So, Donna, do you know if that's activated for the videos? It is, right?
I did not activate it for the videos, but we can.
Oh, okay.
And the other thing is, I'd be really curious to know from you, Tony, and then ultimately Jeremy and Cece, with Eileen's office hours, which you probably won't watch again, Tony, were uploaded directly inside the school. So if you put the app, the Teachable app on your phone or on your iPad, you can watch the videos inside the app. The one that I uploaded for my office hours it's embedded. It's not uploaded directly. So you wouldn't be able to use that. And if it's easy, it's an easy thing to make the videos downloadable. I can do that. I can do that right now if that's helpful.
Yeah, that'd be great because I've got like a whole bunch of hours on a plane. So.
All right. Then I will do that. In fact, I may excuse myself and go and do that so that I'm being more productive than just lurking.
Sure.
Okay. I will take my leave of
come
you.
back.
Okay, bye.
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 Nice to meet you all. Hope to see you all again.
See you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Yeah, so where are you at in terms of list building, Jeremy? I know you've got a list because I get your emails.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been, I don't know, very challenging. I got like 200 and change. I took Nick Stevens's course, and his big thing for list building is kind of giveaways, which is like $100, $200 a pop. And he might have done a much better job than me. He made it sound like I get 1,000 each time I spend $200. The first time I got like 100, and the second time I got 20, and I was like, geez, that's expensive. Yeah. So I kind of just, honestly, stopped there. I'm like, I don't know what else to do. I tried doing a few other different things. I tried Facebook ads. I've been using Amazon ads just to get downloads, not really to get lists, people on my list. But I really haven't had a whole lot of success. I've been kind of like, I got 200 plus a few months ago, kind of stayed there.
Yeah.
So when you say you're paying for giveaways, how does that work exactly?
So how it was explained to me, and what I did was I have a website. You essentially there's an app you can download for your WordPress website I think it's called Sumo Giveaways. And through that, you can build a page on your website. And then you can, like that page will say, win a free Kindle. And as part of winning the Kindle, you're guaranteed a free copy of my ebook. And send that out through giveaway sites, which are usually free to advertise on. And then people find this ad. They go, ooh, I want a free Kindle. They click, they add their email address, which you now have in your list, and they have a chance to win your Kindle. And then it comes, there's a raffle that takes place on the website, and you get the name of the person that's won. And so you purchase, the Kindle through Amazon, and it's just sent to their home address. And that's it. And then you have your list. And then there's a bit more to it as far as like retaining people that actually, you only add people to your list that actually downloaded your book. That's kind of a way of making sure you get, quality leads. Right. And that's like the high level kind of gist of it.
What was it called? The WordPress add-on?
I believe it's called Sumo Giveaways. It costs like $100, but you can, if you wait, don't buy it right away. They'll email you back and say, hey, you have a half off opportunity, and you can buy it for $50.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah.
So what's your freebie that's on your site? Is the first one in the series, or?
So the giveaway was you give away a Kindle. Like Nick says, you need to offer something as a substantial, reward people to sign up. He's suggesting like $200. So I did the Kindle because that would attract people that like books. Obviously, that's his theory. You want people that, like if you're giving away steaks, you might get people that love steaks but not books. So you give away Kindle, you're touching book readers. And then he says as well, on top of that is you give your book away free to anybody who signs up for the opportunity to win a Kindle. Does that make sense so far?
It does make sense. The only issue I would have with that is that they're there to win a Kindle. They're not there to read your book necessarily, which I would question the overall quality of those and the longevity of those as readers who would stay on your list. So I noticed because when I downloaded your book, it was through Bookfunnel, right? Have you done any Bookfunnel promos or bundles?
No, I don't know much about it. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll tell you a little bit about what I did over the last 3 months or so, because that's been like insanely effective. And part of it is I write in romance, so there's a crap ton of readers who are always chewing up content. So that's part of it. But the strategy piece works. It may just be that the volume is scaled slightly differently for it. So how it works is I set up a freebie download from my website. So the first book in the series is perma-free on every platform around the world. Now, I also set it up as the freebie on my website. So if you sign up for my newsletter, you get that free. Now, you can get it free from anywhere, but people are still signing up for it on the website as well. So step one is to have something they're going to get, but it's one of your books, so that if they're motivated enough to sign up to get a free book from you, then that immediately puts that connection piece or the quality of that lead at a higher rate. And doesn't cost you anything because you already have that book kind of
That's exactly what I have set up.
Yeah, okay, perfect. So then we're just looking at driving traffic back to that from every possible source. So
that'd be awesome. I've not been very successful at that at all.
Okay, so let's do a little bit of a checklist of the places where you might be driving traffic back. So in the back of people's first free book, is there an invitation to come back and join your list?
Yes.
Okay.
It actually links to, so it depends where you get it from. If you get it from my site, then I already have your email list. So it then links to the next book on Amazon.
Perfect.
But if you get it from Amazon free, then it links back to my site where you get a sneak peek at the second book. And that's how I'm trading for their email address. So if you get it on Amazon, I don't have your email address, but to get it, you get the end of it, you go, ooh, I want to see a sneak peek. They go to my site, and then, the interaction happens. So they give me the email address for the part of the book.
Okay, perfect. And your Amazon author profile, you've claimed that?
I have one. I don't know if that means claimed. I put my picture in, I put my name in. I think I put like a little like bio.
Okay. And in your bio, does it say, come to my website to sign up for a free something?
Probably not.
Okay. So add that to your to-do list for this week.
Do it right now.
Because that shows up under all of your books, right? So like for mine, I put, come to cjhuntromance.com/free reads for a free book, or for your free starter library, because it's romance, everything's in volume. So it's, they get 2 different stories if they sign up for the list actually at this point. So you want to make sure that every single social media profile you have is directing people back to that free download page on your website. So your Twitter should have that, your Facebook should have that, every single place you are online should have that driving them back to that sign up page.
Can I ask you a question about the, and this is a website question probably, which is something else I did want to talk about, but is it quite straightforward on WordPress to put a button on the site where someone can come to your site and download a free book? Is that quite straightforward?
So Bookfunnel is the tool that I've been using and Jeremy's using as well. It's pretty popular one in the industry at the moment. And what that lets you do is it controls the giveaway. So you upload your file to Bookfunnel, and then you can have people sign up on your site. And maybe I'm just going to show you actually.
Oh, that's good.
Hey, I apologize. I have
easier, I think, to see it.
I've got to step away, but I'll catch you guys on the next office hours.
Nice to meet you, Tony.
Okay. See you guys. Thank you.
Thanks for
I'll
coming.
say hello to your brother when I see him.
Okay, I will.
Whoever he is.
Bye.
We'll see you around River.
Bye-bye.
Okay. So I'm going to share this. And we'll just make this a visual exercise because that will be better. Okay. You can see that all right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is the landing page. The first and maybe only thing you see or take note of is the yes, I write kissing books. You want a couple for free. So that's 100% of the point of the website is to get people to click on that and give me their address, right? So this is just the little intro piece. And then if you enter your first name and your email and you tell the minions to go for it, it will deliver a link to download your book to your email. Okay. And that's coming from Bookfunnel, which is the tool that we use to manage all of that. And what happens is people get an individual code that only works one time, and they can put that in, or they can download it to their Kindle. It totally walks people through the process, so you don't have to. So there's no tech support. The tech support's handled by Bookfunnel. There's no managing adding that person to your list. That's all connected automatically through Bookfunnel. So
is Bookfunnel a widget or something that you put on your website?
it's actually a separate service. So can you still see that?
Yep.
Let's see. I've cleared my cookies. Let's see if I can hack my own account here.
Mm-mm.
By the way, C. Humphreys, I can't remember if you told me your first name or not, but I'm just reading off your tag here.
Chris.
Chris, thank you. Crystal just saved you about $600 because this is all the things I learned through Nick Stevenson's website.
Ah, excellent. Fine. That's very good.
That's all the main gist.
This is great.
We also have a coupon for Bookfunnel, so you get a rollicking good discount. It's like $50 a year off or something that they gave us for members. So
oh, wow.
That's pretty sweet. Okay, so in here, this is a whole separate tool. So it's not so much that it goes right into your website like a widget would, but you'll take snippets of code, like there's forms that you can put in. So they play nice together, but they're not the same thing. So you can see in here, I have each of my books is in here. I use this sometimes to deliver them to my review crew. So you can see some of them only have like a really small number. And others, like Silver Bells, has been downloaded 5,000 times from Bookfunnel because I've been part of a number of promos that give stuff away. And so you will set up your book and you'll upload your book files. The same files you use to publish on KDP are what you put in here. So there's no extra sort of work steps. When you export from Vellum, which we talked about the other day, you export and you get your file package of the 3 different types. That's exactly what you use to set up in here. So let's look at this one. So it just lets you put your book and a description. And then when people click on your page link for this book, you end up, it looks something like this. You can play around with your design, but all they have to do is click on Get My Book. So for you, if you've got your website, all you need to do is have a button that links to the address associated with this page. So there's no like interface to build or anything like that. It's just you take the link code and you attach it to a button. And then the person says, oh, I want to get that book. And they say, they pick their type of reader and it walks them through the process through that. So you are completely hands off.
Great. Okay.
So that's one of the bonuses of working with Bookfunnel, and it's attached to the newsletter list that you have, which is another piece of the puzzle, but it's attached to that as well, so that it goes into my newsletter, which just for fun we'll bring up, so that you can see how that works too. Oops. Everything's usually cookied and shortcutted. And don't panic, there's way too much information, but it's just so you see the overall process, and then we'll deal with separate pieces at separate times so that it's not all at once.
Great. No, this is, I mean, it's given me a good overview. I wouldn't know how to do it yet, but I'm getting the overview, so that's great.
Yeah, and it's important to see how there's about 5 pieces that all play together to give you the overall thing. Okay.
And I mean, in my Bookfunnel will have lots of help on it, won't it, to how to set it up?
Yeah, all of the tools have help to use their tool. It's the integration of how to make all the pieces play together, which is where I get useful.
Right.
Yeah, and I'm just going to actually look up my login information because I could try to hack that all day. Jeremy, what are you using for your newsletter list? Is it MailerLite or MailChimp or?
MailChimp. I have a quick question. Were you able to download my book properly through Bookfunnel?
I did download it, yeah.
Okay. I've had like 2 or 3 people say they couldn't do it. Like my brother-in-law said he couldn't figure it out, and I was like, okay, I have no idea if, user error. But.
Yeah, quite possibly. And also, it depends on which of the platforms you're trying to do it on. I usually just grab the code and enter it manually in the app that I have on it's like a Android tablet. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, 1 second here. Tracking your information is a whole nother lesson, but that's why. But every account you sign up for needs to be recorded somewhere in a fashion that makes sense.
Like a password document.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, there we go. So when somebody downloads the book through Bookfunnel, they are put into my newsletter list. And what I've done is set up a group for every channel that's an incoming source of subscribers. Because I want to know if I'm doing a promo, did it work? How many people did I get from that promo? So what you can see here is that there's like the paranormal romance giveaway ran on those dates, and I got 228 subscribers from that. There was a happily ever after romance giveaway. I got 600 from that. So it lets me track what's happening in there. And then this one is my total newsletter. So I've gone from 0 to over 3,000 people in 2.5 months.
Wow.
I didn't have anybody in October at all. And I did that. I got like, you can see I got like, from my website, there's maybe 500 people have signed up directly through my website, 477, I think, using that form. All the rest are from Bookfunnel giveaways. 100% of the other ones are from Bookfunnel giveaways.
But how did the people find you? How did they find you on Bookfunnel?
Right. So this is where Bookfunnel gets extremely powerful. And this is a brand new set of features that they've just added. You can go into the promotions section, and we're back on Bookfunnel now.
You need 100 or more, right? On your list, is that correct?
No.
No? Okay.
No. There's no list minimum for doing a promo on Bookfunnel officially. Some people will organize a promo and they'll say you need to have, like, I just organized one that you have to have 2,000 or more people on your mailing list to get in it. But some of them that I started with was you didn't have to have any particular amount on your mailing list. There was no minimum. So you look through and you can see right now there's 2 general fiction promos running. There's 2 mystery and suspense ones running. So you can look. There's somebody doing paranormal cozy mysteries. There's somebody doing thrillers. And you can see how many slots they are open for and how many entries there are. So let's look at this one. It'll tell you it requires a Bookfunnel page, so you have to have set up your book with Bookfunnel. This one, there's no limit on the number of books, so as many people as want to participate can. It says no sample chapters or excerpts because some people will, like for Jeremy, you could put your sample chapters into some of the promos. They allow samples and some don't. So you just have to know which is which. Okay. And this one says it's open to authors with a mailing list of any size. So there's no limit. You don't have to have a certain amount at all. And all you do is click the join promo button and you link it to the page that you made for your book that you want to give away. And what happens is, I will show you the bundle that I'm organizing right now so you can see how it works. There's one for A Touch of Magic, and that one is what you can see here, that there's all these authors have signed up to be part of my bundle and give away their book. Now, every single one of them has committed to send out announcements to their newsletter list and share it on their social media. So, like, this promo has a combined reach of about 80,000 viewers, and it costs $0. Like, it's
very
no
interesting.
money.
I kind of want to run right now and just go do it.
Yeah. Well, and so this is one of the most powerful tools in here, is that it may mean you have to organize a promo, because if the people, like the romance authors, are super active, and some of the other categories are not as active with promos, but if you start one, people are always going to join it. And so even if you only get 5 other authors that first time, you're still looking at combined reach and new audience, because they don't have your email. Like, all of those other people's lists don't know you yet.
So can I ask, I have 2 questions. I guess the first one would be, where do people find this promotion? And why are they wanting to download this bundle as opposed to go to Amazon and pick through free books and download there?
So some people, I have a story on here that's not on Amazon. Trick or Treat, I don't give anywhere except for people getting on my mailing list. You can't get it anywhere else.
Oh,
so that's one option, is to keep something that there's no other way to get it. Also, I'm in Kindle Unlimited, which means that the books aren't available for iBooks or Kobo. So if somebody wants another format of it, they have to get it from here. Now, you can't really, you can't put books in here that are in KU, or you're not supposed to. Because if they bust you, they get upset, because you're not supposed to be giving them away in other places.
I see.
So you want to have one product that's okay to give away. Now, for me, I put Silver Bells, like I said, Silver Bells is what I used in 90% of the promos that have happened through Bookfunnel, and it's available for free on every platform everywhere in the world. I don't know why people choose to do it like this. Maybe they don't find it in the Kindle store because there's too much other stuff, right?
Okay.
Maybe they just want an author that they trust to share a link to it, to give it that social proof. So that's why this works really well. And now you're not going to get everybody signing up, because you still have to pick a book, you click on the individual book, and you sign up for that author's list. So what happens is they click it, they see it, and then you can tell in your own Bookfunnel account, you can see, okay, this book has been viewed 1,200 times, but it's only been downloaded 974. So you can tell, is my landing page converting, right?
That's actually a good conversion rate.
It is, yeah. It's great. There's a lot of 75-80% kind of conversion stuff in here. Part of that is because of my list, who's super engaged, because the only way to get on it is to read one of my books. And so, there are some unsubscribes, but it's not usually that many, because they got on the list to read the book. Whereas if it's I'm giving away a free thing, they're on it for the free thing. They're not on it for my book. And so right away, you're going to lose a big chunk, right?
Yeah, I've definitely noticed that people that get annoyed on that list, not on my first list.
Can I ask, Chris, are all these free giveaways, all these downloads?
Yes.
They are, right, okay.
Yeah.
So this was your way of building up your list. So then
Yes.
people will come back to your website, or they'll look for you on Kindle and buy the books that are for sale as well.
Yes.
That's the idea. I get you. Okay.
Yeah. So I had 40,000 free downloads in November and December of the first book in my series.
Right.
And
Amazing.
I had about 5,000 purchased books in November and December that are book 2 and book 3 in the series.
Oh, that's great. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
which is great.
Yeah.
So that's huge. I mean, and that built quickly. And I had the list after I started doing those promos. My list the first time was 300 people, and then it was 1,000 people, and then it was 2,000 people. So the list helps contribute to the other things. Now, the other piece of all of this is that it doesn't matter if you give people a free book and then they download it and then they like it and then they find you on Amazon. If you don't have reviews on there, they're not going to buy those ones.
Oh, that's a good question. Reviews, yes.
Right?
Yeah,
So that's my next question for you is what is your kind of strategy around getting reviews? So
before we go there, can I ask one more question?
Yeah.
What does it look like when I set up my own promotion through Bookfunnel?
They have a great tutorial video on how to do that. And so honestly, I set up my first one like yesterday. I mean, I started setting it up a month ago, but I haven't run it yet. So I will be very knowledgeable. But watch the video, and it's super easy. It takes like 5 minutes to set it up in the first place. And then once everybody like volunteers to join it, then there's a couple more steps where you actually sort of activate everything. But it's super easy. The video is fantastic. They have templates that you pick, like light or dark theme. What's the shape on the page of all the covers? You can say randomize it or not randomize it. So like for my Touch of Magic one of my books is always the first book people see. Figured I organized it. That's fair. There's options. You can like feature your own book, or you can just randomize them and have you in the first position. So this is an experiment. There's one that's in the first position and there's one that's going to randomize, and I'm going to see how they convert, if they convert differentially or not. So we'll see. But anyway, it's
Reviews, that's a big one too. Yes.
Yeah. So two secret ways to handle reviews in a really efficient way. One is I have an automation set up in here so that when people sign up for the free book, they immediately get a welcome newsletter from me that just says, so glad you joined me. Just in case you had trouble with your download link, here it is again, so that we're making sure that they got the free book and that it all worked out for them. And I say, like, if you had trouble, hit reply and let me know. I'll help you out. And I've had like 2 people out of, 10,000 who actually needed the help. And they were so excited to get a reply. They're like fans for life. So, it doesn't cost a lot to make the offer, and most people will never take you up on it, but it just makes them feel good that they've kind of been looked after, and it makes them that much less likely to unsubscribe. So once they get that initial welcome, then about a week later, I get this one, the review crew recruiting email goes out. And so like for this, 1,800 of them have been sent out, about just over 1,000 have been opened, and they get an option to click to get free books for life, which is they're saying, I will read and review anything you send me. So I've got, I think, about 300 people on that list right now. So when I have a new book, I email them directly and say, hey, everybody, there's the new book. Here's what it's about. If that interests you, click here to download it from Bookfunnel and then go and post a review.
So I did that with my second book, and I ended up with like out of 22 people, I had 1 or 2 reviews.
Yeah. So part of it is a numbers game. Like for me, I don't want everyone to leave a review. If they didn't like it, I'd kind of rather they didn't. So I'm not pushing. I know some people track every single person, and you can do that, but
I think like, what didn't like it? Never mind.
I'm in a bit of a different situation because I already have a lot of reviews on because my books are going to be reissued basically.
Yeah.
It's never been an ebook in Canada. That's what I'm going to be doing there. So I've already got some pretty good Amazon reviews. So that
part is great. And you have less to worry about there. This is one way to do it. And another is a tool called Booksprout. Booksprout. Yeah. And so what that one does, and we started a couple minutes late, so we'll go a couple minutes late right now, but I'll show you that one as well, because it's pretty cool. Oh, geez. Log out of everything. Okay. So how this one works is you can upload an advanced review copy.
All right.
And you say, I'm willing to have 50 copies claimed or however many. There's different levels of account. You can get up to 20 copies of your book for free. They have a free account. and they track everything in the back end. So let's look at this one. So for this one, they will track every person who downloaded it, the date they downloaded it, and then they actually have the reviewers have to paste in their review and link to it to show you that it's done in order to get another one of your books. So it's not that everyone has to review it, but you can check a box that says, don't let them take another free book unless they've actually reviewed. And so you'll filter to only the people who are reviewing, and you can actually see all of your reviews in here. And there's public and private comment options. So they will actually, oh, shoot, sorry, I hit the wrong one. View ARC reviews and feedback. So this is what they put publicly. And if they found a typo or something, they can say, they can put a private message to you. I'm just gonna scroll down and see if we can find one, but it shows up just below their public review. So some they've got what they said, and then they've also added like, oh, I really like this character. Do we get to learn about them in a future book? And so you can reply inside the tool. The other added bonus of this one is that you can list your ARCs publicly in their site. And so people that you are not connected with will come, claim an ARC, read the book. If they like it, they'll sign up for your newsletter list. I've got a bunch of people who've come to my list and to my permanent review crew and found me through this website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Okay.
Yeah,
well, I'm
a Canadian guy.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm sort of my mind is exploded now, Crystal. So
Yeah, sorry.
no, this is great.
Same.
This is great, but I'm going to go back and look at all these things, the Booksprout and Bookfunnel, and in your going way back to what you were saying, the book tips and all that. There's going to be some of this stuff in there, isn't there? In your class that you've already posted some big tips and things.
Yeah, there's some of this stuff is pretty fresh. I haven't posted this everywhere yet, but I am working on like a master strategy kind of document. And then in the forums is a good place to go right now for that. So, yeah, I'm sort of working on an overall plan that you can follow for each section of the process, but that it is going to be a little while till that's all ready because it's kind of involved. But it is fun to do a bit of a specific like brainstorming. I'm hoping that's what these office hours will be, is people coming and, we'll work through like a case study for somebody of a specific, okay, here's what I'm trying to do. Here's where the spots are that are like gaps in the process. So like, Jeremy, if you want to be our case study, we can give you some homework and then you can work through it this week. And then we can shift another thing next week and kind of see how that goes for the next little while, if that appeals.
Yep, definitely.
Yeah.
So Crystal, are you in this slot every week for the next little while? Is that
it alternates between morning and evening every second week, just so that for some people have days free but not nights, and some the other way around. So I think it's currently 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. are the
so 10
rotating
a.m. next Wednesday. No, next Tuesday. Is it Tuesday? No, it's Wednesday.
Wednesday. Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. And I know there's an iCal one you can download. I'm going to do that as well. So
yeah, exactly. Then that'll shift.
I have to run, but thanks so much, Crystal. It was awesome, and it was nice to meet you, Chris.
Yeah, nice to meet you too, Jeremy. Take care.
Back here soon. I'll do that homework. I'll let you know.
Okay.
If you want me to do anything else, let me know.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we can go back and forth in River. I'll be in there for a little bit every day. So
okay, great.
Just pop any questions in there, and this was sort of just a massive download of
it was great. I'm going to go back and try to dismember it all and put it back together again, so that'll be great.
And go to the tools and coupons section, because like all of these have coupons for them as well.
I will do that. Okay,
we've made friends with all the folks who design the pieces, so
brilliant.
Thank you.
Yeah,
bye guys.
Cool.
Okay, bye
Jeremy.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Crystal. That was really interesting.
You're welcome. Have a good evening, and we'll see you in the river.
You will indeed. Take care.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.